How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and welcome back to another Versus video. Today, we're going to be comparing Spirit Halloween 2013, Limb Eating Zombie Boy, and Spirit Halloween 2011, Rosemary Zombie Girl. As always, we compare three things: animation, overall look, and phrases/audio. So, I think without further ado, let's jump straight in with animation for Limb Eating Zombie Boy. Let's do it. Starting us off with animation, we got Limb Eating Zombie Boy. Now, Limb Eating Zombie Boy definitely has some pretty intricate animation with many movements, and so I think I could break it down right here. His mouth movement, obviously, his head raises up and down to take bites into the arm, and his head moves side to side. So definitely lots of animation. Now, I think this animation is perfect for this prop. Definitely did not need anything other than this, I think. And also the animation looks really good and really creepy on him as he's looking around to look for his next victim as he takes breaks from biting into the hand. And I think the biting into the hand animation looks very realistic as well. And I am definitely a big fan of this little guy's animation. Definitely some of the best... or definitely like some of the best head animation we've seen on props, since it has so much animation. I mean, Chucky Toys back in the day really did such a good job, especially with animation for heads. I remember they used to use the head, like how the head lowers up and down. They used to use that mechanism a lot back in the day. I'm really sad they don't use it too much anymore, but I think it is still cool to see this prop having it as well. And I think it's basic for back then, but for these days, it's actually for like in the year 2020, I guess, like you don't really see that much animation from props anymore. So I think it's really good and definitely has some great animation. So now let's take a look at Rosemary Zombie Girl's animation to see who gets the point for animation. Now, Rosemary Zombie Girl's animation. This one, again, definitely has lots of animation. I'm pretty sure it uses the same exact animation and mechanism that Limb Eating Zombie Boy uses for his head, since she does have very, very similar animation. I'm pretty sure it is the exact same mechanism. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's not, since it looks almost identical. Now, I normally don't compare props with the same animation, but I think these props are definitely very different, and they obviously have the same theme, but they do have different animation, or they have very similar animation. But Rosemary Zombie Girl obviously has something a little bit extra, as you literally just saw. She has a jump scare animation. Now, personally, I don't think this is the best jump scare animation, but it's definitely startling considering you see her biting into the brain beforehand, and I mean, obviously, maybe you think that's all she does. She just bites into the brain. But when she jumps out with the pop animation, I think it's not the fastest and most effective, but it's definitely sure to startle some people. I do have to say, I do really enjoy her jump scare animation, and it is definitely more than what Limb Eating Zombie Boy has, so I'm definitely going to have to give the point for animation to Rosemary Zombie Girl, just for having that little bit of extra animation, and it's a jump scare too, and I think it works really well, and it's sure to scare some people. So anyways, without further ado, let's head on to our next topic, I guess, or not topic, or thing to look at on the prop, being overall look. So... alright, it's 1-0. Rosemary Zombie Girls win. Let's see if Limb Eating Zombie Boy could step up his game in the next one. Starting us off with overall look, we got Rosemary Zombie Girl. Now, taking a look at her here, you can see she is pretty detailed. We'll start with the face, of course. I think it does kind of look fake, in my opinion. I think it kind of looks more like a doll, to be honest. I think it could use a little bit more blood, but it's still a creepy face for sure. The brain is super detailed as well. I like how she's holding it to her mouth. Definitely looks perfect. Like, when she bites into it, definitely looks like she's actually biting into it. The hands look really cool, too. I think she could use a little bit more blood dripping down on her dress. And I think her dress is lacking a little bit of detail. I think it looks like too clean. I think it needed some dirt, maybe some more blood stains on it. I think that would have been cool. But still, I think the overall look on this is very creepy and definitely sure to scare some people. I think her hair looks fine in my opinion. I think the black color looks nice, and it's a zombie that has hair. I mean, well, I guess it's really only male zombies that don't have hair most of the time. I'm happy to see a zombie with hair, of course. I mean, it is a girl, so it's obviously going to have hair. I think overall the detail is pretty good on this. The overall look is very creepy in my opinion, but I wish it could. I think it definitely could have had a little bit more detail in the dress and definitely some more blood splatters. But overall, the look is pretty cool on this. Now let's take a look at Limb Eating Zombie Boy's overall appearance. Now, Limb Eating Zombie Boy's overall look. So again, we'll start off with his head and we'll work our way down. So starting at his head, he has black hair again. Definitely looks very nice in my opinion. It looks very realistic as well. His face is super creepy. That definitely has a lot of detail. And it's a lot less smooth than Rosemary Zombie Girl's face. I forgot to mention that, how smooth her face looked. That's why it kind of looked fake. No, but this one has lots of wrinkles, lots of detail in it. And I think it looks a lot more menacing, in my opinion, than Rosemary Zombie Girl's face. But there's also a lot of blood on him. And moving down a little bit more, we could see the blood splatters on his shirt. Definitely still, I think it could use a little bit more. Definitely like running down from his chin, I think it could have had a lot more. But now we move on to the hand. I think the hand looks super realistic. The wound where he's biting into looks definitely very bloody and realistic again. And then how he's holding it also looks pretty cool, in my opinion. And his shirt is really cool as well. I definitely like the color on it. Maybe they could have made it a different color. I don't know. I think the color looks fine in my opinion. And I think his jeans also look cool. They have some like dirt stains and stuff or grass stains on them as well, which is nice added detail. And his shoes definitely look cool as well. I think he is a lot more detailed than Rosemary Zombie Girl, and there's just something about him that's more creepy than her, in my opinion, when you're looking at him. So I think I'm going to have to give the point for overall look to Limb Eating Zombie Boy. Now, we're going to look at our final category, being phrases / audio. So without further ado, let's see who wins the final point. What you just listened to is Limb Eating Zombie Boy's audio. Now, I think this is very cool. I definitely really like the audio on this guy, so let's break it down. I think the biting and, like, the chewing sounds sound very realistic and very gross and creepy, in my opinion, so they work really well there. His zombie groaning sounds, I think, could have been a little bit better. I think if they maybe, like, distorted them a little bit and just not use the actual recording, like, they should have used the recording, but then, like, maybe distorted the sound a little bit to make it sound a little bit more creepy. I think that could have worked well and would probably make the audio on this prep a little bit better, because they don't sound very creepy or menacing on him, but I think they still do work with the prop very well, and yeah. Other than that, there really isn't too much besides a few background noises, which are pretty creepy. And yeah, I think he has very good audio, definitely works very well with him, and definitely very creepy for a zombie prop like this. So now let's take a listen to Rosemary Zombie Girl's audio, and we'll see who wins the final point. So what you just listened to right there was Rosemary Zombie Girl's audio. Now, this audio is very creepy. There's a lot going on in it, so try to break it down. So there's lots of background sounds, which I think are really creepy. Then, I think it's pretty much the same audio for her chewing on the brain, and I think her laughter is pretty creepy as well. I think there's just a lot going on in the audio, but it's definitely really creepy, especially when the jump scare happens. And I'm going to have to say, since there's so much going on with this audio, and I really, really like it, I think it's super creepy, I'm going to have to give the point for the best audio to Rosemary Zombie Girl. I just think her audio is more creepy, there's more going on, and I think her voice is better, and I think it sounds a lot more creepy. So, anyways, let's see who wins. And the winner of this versus video matchup is Rosemary Zombie Girl. That is right, Rosemary Zombie Girl has won this versus video matchup. Now, I have to say, I do like these props equally, in my opinion. I think they're both fantastic zombie props. I think, of course, what I said, I do think that, Limb Eating Zombie Boy has a lot better detail, but I think Rosemary Zombie Girl's animation, obviously that's better since there's a jump scare, and, I also think her audio sounds a lot better, so that's why I'm giving her the win here. I think I do like them equally. Maybe I like Rosemary Zombie Girl a little bit more, but she definitely deserves to win this because she just has a lot more going on, and I think she is very creepy. Now I do like both, of course, and this is just my opinion, so if you want to tell me who you like better in the comments below, go ahead. I'd love to hear your opinions. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As I'm filming this, there's only 13 days left till Halloween, but there'll probably be 12 when it's uploaded. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, this is a Pixelate Pumpkin, signing out.